Have you been considering a relocation to Merida, Yucatan? Maybe you're considering retirement here or becoming a snowbird. Lucky you.
Do you want to know the 2024 cost of living in Merida, Mexico?
Real cost of living.
The truth. Coming from people that live full-time here in Merida.
Well, today is your lucky day.
Oh!
He wants to know. Nacho. Nacho, how much do you spend on kibbles?
Okay guys, it's Meghan Noe Yucatan
Living.
powered by EXP Realty. Don't miss to check out the new website, please.
So today we are taking on a topic we've been avoiding for a long time because it's kind of controversial. The cost of living in Merida, Yucatan. Everybody has their own take on it, and I think it's controversial because the truth of the matter is that the cost of living has been increasing in recent years, as it has been globally. Inflation is
And also no one lives the same way. That's the truth.
yeah.
There's people who live here full-time, 100% of the year. There's people who live only here 50-50. And there's also just people investing from far away, so they don't even know this place.
And people have different lifestyles, right? Like there's people that are on a fixed income, a pension, and I think that maybe that's some of the controversy, is that this used to be considered a very cheap place for pensioners to come and spend their winters. True, but I'm not sure what city or town hasn't been impacted in recent years with inflation.
The truth of the matter is that after the pandemic, everything went up. But this place is still affordable from our own point of view because we have lived in different cities, in different places. And this place for sure fulfills all the requirements that we like it.
So today we're going to talk about our experiences only. We are not, going to run the gamut of things that aren't part of our lifestyle. And it's important to recognize that we are a family of 2 humans and 3 dogs. There are no children, so we're not talking about school tuitions, child care, and other things that are affiliated with family lifestyles. That's not our lifestyle. So,
And we have 2 incomes.
yeah.
We also want to mention that we work remotely and that we spend a lot of time in the house. So
Big time.
all the cost of living we're going to talk about is aligned to that lifestyle.
Yeah, we're building an office right now, but currently this is headquarters, and both of us are working all the time here. Let's start with the fact that we don't pay rent. So for us, we're in real estate, we own properties.
We own properties.
So rent is not a topic we can shed too much light on, other than like people we know that rent and what they pay. And it really depends on the accommodations that you're seeking, the part of town you're looking at, whether it's the far south, central, far north, or the beaches. There's a wide range of rents. So we're not going to delve into that today.
We're going to talk in another video, the specific topic about rentals, okay? But that's for another day. Let's start with the core utilities for a house. As Megan explained, we live in a standalone house. We don't live in a privada or fraccionamiento, or in English, gated community.
So electricity is a major expense in our lives, and I think for most people in Merida's lives, because it's a darn hot place. So we don't like to be uncomfortable, particularly I don't like to be uncomfortable. And so there is always an air conditioning.
She's Canadian.
Yeah, there's always an I'm used to being cold, so I don't like to feel hot, and there's always an air conditioning running whichever room I'm in, that's for sure. And also we have like a lot of appliances. We have like a wine fridge and a
Dishwasher.
a beer fridge.
Ice maker.
Yeah. We use electricity, and we haven't sucked it up to buy solar yet, though that is on this year's wish list. And so electrical bill is our most damaging bill for sure. It's about 145 USD
a month. All this price list is monthly, okay? So we did all those maths to make things easier.
Even though the CFE electrical bill comes every 2 months, that's okay. We did this. And this is an average. Obviously during the hot months, it's much higher. And during January and February, it's much more reasonable because you actually might feel a little cold if you're used to Yucatan's heat. So that is our biggest expense, I think, other than food, is electricity. So,
But it's not negotiable.
No, you need it.
You
The
need
only
it.
thing you can do is install solar, and that is part of the plan. And I think it should be the part of anyone's plan who's gonna be living here full time and has an interest in the planet and an interest in saving some money
A project for solar costs around 5,000 plus USD.
as a starting price.
For water, also is paid by monthly, and is one of the cheapest deals down here in Mexico, especially in Merida. We pay $5 a month. That's a crazy deal, right? Most of the houses have a municipality water, but also it's very common to find wells. It's crystalline water. You don't have to pay for well water.
Gas, in this case, is propane. Everybody has a tank somewhere on the roof and whatnot, and you can either have an electric water heater or a gas water heater. We have one of each, and also our stove is gas. We like cooking with gas, so that's pretty reasonable. It's around 33 USD a month, but usually a tank lasts a couple months. So
For internet services, fiber optic, it costs just $25, and it's 125 megabytes speed, which is pretty good for our purposes. Like that is working remotely.
lots of video calls, watching movies. It's fast, it's good, it's reliable, it's a lot cheaper than Canada. Same with phones. Phones are significantly more affordable here than they are in Canada. Cannot speak to the USA and the deals that you guys have there, but it's around, for two people, 34 USD a month for
17 each.
yeah, for very comprehensive phone plans, unlimited calling to Canada and the US, unlimited texting, and
3 gigabytes of data.
yeah, and the data doesn't get run on numerous social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever else, X. So yeah, it's a very affordable phone plan. My phone plan in Canada cost me $75 a month, and it does not have long distance calling and does not have unlimited anything. So I like this plan a lot better.
Okay, guys, we go to the scary topic of groceries. Remember, guys, that we have a video that you can check out in here and talks about the experiences of going to Costco in Merida, and also another one here that talks about Chedraui Selecto, which is a high-end supermarket. Please check them out.
We spend a lot on groceries. That's why it's scary. Because when you actually add up all the bills, it hurts you a little bit. However, I suppose the alternative would be eating at restaurants a lot, so those bills would be even bigger. One area where I think that Merida is very similarly priced to other North American cities. I don't think that food is more affordable here. I think it's the same price as other places.
For sure, there are markets and convenience stores. There's that kind of stuff.
Anyways, for food, I think roughly, it's hard to keep track. The Costco run lasts for 2 months, but there's supplementary shopping that happens. So I think $850, maybe $900 a month on groceries. It's a major expense for us, but you gotta eat. Okay, transportation. So
There's different ways of transportation here. You can ride a bike, you can ride a scooter,
public
transit, Uber, or the more convenient way, which is buying a car. We own an SUV, and the expenses of that in gasoline is 167 USD a month. And also, you have to pay a car insurance, obviously, doing things monthly, 37 USD. So yeah, you have to pay for some extra stuff, but at the end of the day, you want to feel free to go to the beach, to go to the grocery store, to go everywhere.
for us, we like the convenience of just hopping in the car and going.
Yeah.
That said, the new bus system here, the Va-U-En, is super affordable.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
You can buy a card that costs
14 pesos.
14 pesos, that is not even 1 USD. And then the rides are 12 pesos, which is
Also less than 1 USD.
is cents, is 70 cents.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of ways to move around here.
No matter your budget, no matter your likings, there's, I think, pretty affordable transportation options and pretty reliable ones.
As we mentioned, we live in a standalone house, and we have
Maintenance
people, we have staff.
Yeah, which is pretty normal here. We have a housekeeper who comes once a week, and She works all day. She likes to be out of her house, and she spends all day here. We feed her, and she gets paid
$30 per visit, which is 120 USD a month.
because she comes every week.
How much it costs in Canada?
That would be 1 3-hour visit in Vancouver. So the whole month is one cleaning lady visit in Vancouver, and she would only be there for a few hours, not all day.
Yeah.
We have a gardener. He doesn't come all the time. He comes maybe once a month, and he makes the same amount as she does, so it's $30 a month for cleaning up the yard, and he's very knowledgeable about plants.
We also have a pool guy. We pay the guy 11 USD for every visit.
He comes twice a month.
Sometimes I take care of the pool by myself. So, and for plumbers, electricists, and people like that, because it's required, you need those guys as your friends for sure.
Yeah.
An average fixing for a water leak, or I don't know, it depends of what's going on, because
The water pump running, like finding the mystery water situation. These things happen.
services could go from $20 to $70. So I don't know, the average from we've seen before is $45.
Again, compare that to Vancouver and how much you're gonna pay a plumber to come out. I don't think they're showing up for less than a couple $100. So
The reality also is that finding reliable staff is not that easy. But we have a curated list of staff that we have been building all this time. We live full time here, and all these guys are super reliable and very good people.
and if you buy a house, we'll share the list with you.
Okay, garbage collection is run by private companies here. It's not run by the government like it happens in some other Mexican states. And this is super cheap. Like it's just $10 a year.
Yeah, not a month.
So they come 3 times a week. It's 83 cents a month.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the garbage collection.
That's value, people.
And there are different companies, not only one. There's like
Yeah.
2 or 3. Property tax. We already talked about that in
I have another video about this also.
You can check it here.
Property tax here is phenomenal compared to where I come from. I talk about this in the other video, but I have an apartment in Calgary, Canada, and 1 month of property tax there is 4 times my annual property tax here. Yeah, digest that. So, property tax in Merida, very affordable. We have clients that told us their property tax in Texas.
Medical insurance. No one talks about this topic. Megan and me, we own a couple of medical insurances with high-end hospitals in Merida. All of them are located in the north, which is the modern part.
Very good hospitals, and we bought the top tier so that in case something does happen, we don't have the stress of trying to figure out how to pay for anything. But I know people take a very different approach to insurance. Some people, we have friends who don't have medical insurance here. They prefer to just put what they would pay towards a policy into an account and hope for the best when the time comes.
So a top tier medical insurance for a person costs around $148 a month. So, I mean, we recently saw one of the hospitals we're allowed to be, and it's like a high-end hotel. So,
Yeah, hopefully, like the circumstances you're going there are not dire. But yes, it's a
I
very
will go there for a headache.
a very nice hospital. And yeah, you know, we believe in insurance, but I know some people don't. And some people, if they're only coming for half of the year, they don't really need to worry about it. Their travel insurance covers it. So that's great for them.
Let's talk about home insurances. They're not compulsory in Mexico, like in the US and Canada, right?
Correct. It is the owner's choice whether to insure or not. I'm an insurance type of person, so I like insurance. But it's pretty reasonable. I don't think it's exorbitantly expensive. It includes like theft, like an electronic is ruined in a power surge or something like that. It can be replaced. Hurricanes are covered, even though like they're usually only a once or a twice in a lifetime phenomenon. Anyways, it covers the gamut of things within reason.
So a home insurance, it depends on the house, obviously, because you are there.
And the value of the content.
For a condo, a home insurance should be around $27 a month, and for a house,
A pretty comprehensive policy is around like 115 USD a month, I think, and it runs the gamut of things that can happen to your house.
It's up to you to get it or not get it. We have a topic that we love, and it's dogs.
We're not really like factoring them into our budget, but I will just make a comment that the expenses associated with dogs and cats here in Merida is a fraction of what you pay in Canada for, for boarding. Like if they need to go to the dog hotel, as we call it, we can board all 3 of our dogs for the same price that my cousin in Vancouver can board her 1 dog. So it's a third of the price.
For vet services, we know a pretty good place where all the staff is bilingual. So you can show up there with your dog or dogs, and they will take really good care of them.
As you can see, we have dogs jumping all around us throughout the duration of this video. Welcome to our life.
Here is one of them.
Hey, baby Sean. Hey, baby Sean.
There's this topic that it depends on your lifestyle, and we are not even counting this in the totals that we will show up in a chart at the end of this video. That is entertainment, because it depends of the couple, it depends of the people. There's people that don't even go out to a bar or restaurant, or some that you just go out and watch a boxing or soccer game and drink 2 beers for $7 and go back home, or
You go to
A high-end
very
restaurant.
high-end restaurant and spend
$70 per person or more.
70. That's a low bill at a high-end restaurant.
100. Well,
Anyways, you can spend as much or as little on your entertainment as you want, so we're not going to factor that in. It really depends on your lifestyle and your likings, and also your hobbies. That's a whole other ballgame. But
there's one entertainment thing I would like to mention. We go to the gym.
oh yeah,
And we pay a monthly membership of 30 USD, where we have access to multiple locations. It has all the equipment,
as classes,
has everything.
it's a good gym. Is Merida still affordable? That is the question here. So per month, our basic living expenses, we're not factoring in fun stuff, etc.
Is
Or both?
Both of
The
us.
household? I think that's pretty reasonable given that, like, we're not suffering. So, yeah,
The-
compared that to where I came from, that's darn affordable.
the reality is that we really think you guys need to work on a buffer. Round the numbers up to 1,000 USD per person a month.
Yeah. To be honest, I was pleasantly surprised at how reasonable this number was for running the household, but we have to remember that this doesn't include rent or mortgage payments. So the house is paid for, and that's taking out a major expense. So if we're talking about people that are paying rent,
You have to include between 850 USD to,
sky's the limit.
but I think the average number should be like
1,000.
1,100, 1,200 USD a month.
For a nice place.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just something that you need to keep in mind here when we're giving you this number. There's no rent there, so bear that in mind.
We really want to talk about a non-tangible that has no price tag and has no extra charge, and is very valuable nowadays in major cities, and it's the safety of Merida, Yucatan. Top rated as one of the safest cities worldwide.
Second in North America.
The second North America.
Just Quebec City in Canada is
Yeah.
ranked above Merida in North America. It's a very safe city, very comfortable.
There's no price for that.
Yeah, and so maybe it's not the cheapest place to live. Maybe there are small towns in Mexico that you could have a more affordable existence, but security is priceless in my mind. And the fact that I can just walk out the door and feel perfectly safe as a güera and a woman, that's priceless. So I love Merida. No matter what it costs, I will be located here. So hope this has been an insightful video. Look, obviously we know like this is not everybody's budget and this is not everybody's lifestyle, but this is a glimpse at what it costs us, what running a household like this costs, and what it's like to be like two young professionals in kind of young professionals in a metropolitan city, living a
Young.
living a comfortable existence. So yeah, guys, that's a glimpse at what 2024 looks like in terms of cost of living here in Merida, Yucatan. We are Meghan Noe Yucatan Living, and we hope you will like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. If you are interested in more information,
check out our new website. Stay tuned, and
if you're interested in life in Yucatan, Yucatan Living, that's us. You should be following this channel, so do so. Okay, until next time, guys. Hasta luego.
signing off.
Yeah, signing off.